Hey All-Stars, so it's time for the final chapter of Junie B. Jones in the Sneaky Peeky Spying, Chapter 8, Grandparents' Day. Mrs. went back to room 9. That's because the bell rang to start kindergarten, of course. Only Principal didn't let me go too. He said to stay in my wood chair. Then he called my mother on the phone, and he told her all about the grocery store and also about my sneaky peeky spying. Principal is a squeaker. After that, Mother said she wanted to talk to me, only when I said hi, she didn't even say hi back. She said that she wasn't very happy with me, Missy, and no more spying means no more spying. And we would talk about this after her work. Then Mother said she never wants to get any more phone calls from Principal. Did I understand? Did I? Did I? I looked at the Principal. Mother says not to call her anymore, I told him. Then Mother did a loud groan in the phone, except I don't know why. After that, me and her hang up, and Principal said I could go to room 9. And so I ran there, speedy quick. Only too bad for me, because I got there too late to sing My Country 'Tis a Thee. Sweet Land of Liver Free. It's my favorite flag song. So I just had to sit down at my table, and that's all. I showed Lucille my Band-Aid. See, my head's not blowed up after all, I said very happily. Too bad, said a meanie boy named Jim, so I made a fist at him. Then me and him got into a scuffle. Scuffle is the school word for accidentally tore his shirt off. Only guess what? I didn't even get in trouble this time. Because just then, the grandparents came to room 9 for Grandparents' Day. Hey, there's mine, there's mine, I hollered very excitedly. Mine is the grandpa with the baldy head. Mine too, said a girl named Charlotte. Mine too, said my boyfriend Ricardo. Then a grandma with blonde hair came in, and she had on long fingernails and dangling earrings with jewels on them. That's my Nana, said Lucille. I smiled at her. Your Nana looks like money bags, Lucille, I said. After that, another grandma came in, and she ran over to that Jim I hate and tried to hug him very tight. Only that mean Jim just kept on standing there. He didn't even hug her back. So I tapped on her. I'll hug you, I said. So then me and her, we hugged real tight. There she is. I hate your grandboy, I said very sweetly. Just then, Mrs. clapped her hand loud together, and she made the grandparents sit down in the back of the room. Then the children talked all about what we do in room 9. It's fun here, said my bestest friend, that Grace. We learn to count, to read, to wash our hands, you have to go to the bathroom, lots of stuff. And we learn recess and snacks and art, said Ricardo. Art is my favorite, I called out. Only my art didn't get hung up, because I painted a horse, and his horse head turned out like a fat wiener sausage. And so I had to tear it up and stomp on it with my shoes. Then that mean Jim did a cuckoo sign at me. And it was right in front of the whole entire grandparents. Yeah, but only everybody makes mistakes, I said. Right, Mrs.? Right? Because on Saturday you kissed a strange man at the grocery store. Then you stole a bunch of grapes. And so even teachers makes mistakes, right? Mrs. face went funny. Then her skin turned the color of reddish, and her voice couldn't say any words. How come you're not talking to me, Mrs.? I hollered out. Oh, does a dead cat got your tongue? Just then, Grandma Miller made a loud laugh in the back of the room. Then I heard my grandpa laugh too. And pretty soon, lots of other grandparents were laughing and laughing. Hey, it sounds happy in this place, I hollered. After that, Mrs. didn't look so reddish anymore. Then we got out the freshmans, and Grandma Miller helped me put my cookies on a plate. Mrs. made an announcement to room 9, and she said only 2 cookies apiece for the children. Except for I ate 4 delicious chocolate ones, and nobody even saw me. Only that's not called stealing, that's called extras. After the refreshments, the grandparents had to go home to their houses, and so I hugged my grandma and grandpa very much. And then I hugged that mean Jim's grandma too, and also Lucille's money bag Nana. I love your earrings, I said. Then Mrs. saw me being polite, and she smiled very nicely at me. Mrs. has white teeth. They are just like Grandpa Miller's teeth, only hers don't come out, I think. Well, except for sure I'm not that positive. And so guess what? I still wish that I could hide in her hamper. That's what. That's it, guys. That's the end of Junie B. Jones and some sneaky peeky spying. Let me know on the voting booth which book you want me to read next. Check it out, and I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, guys.